Hey, how you guys doing out there today? Welcome to another episode of A.T.S podcast, where we give you the deeper introspective of what all things spiritual means.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. You
Yes,
already
sir. This
know.
is Jay,
We still here.
my brother from another mother.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
We here.
Let God be glorified. Let God be glorified. So we got another great episode for you guys today. We're gonna take it back to the hip hop days. For the old schoolers, originators. Them '80s babies, late
Generation that
'70s.
didn't know Joseph.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
we got our spin on it. So, um, you want to start that out, my guy?
yeah. Well, last episode, man, crazy. Uh, thank the Lord for what He dropped. The jewels.
Always.
We were talking. The Spirit started off with a little something, something from Ecclesiastics. Talking about the writing of many books, and the Spirit elaborated on that. And a way that might seem right to a man in deception and all that. And but we wanted to elaborate on that a little much. We're not going to go too deep in it. In this one, you already know. Get ready. Stepped on. Feel
Stepped
me?
on and diluted.
You ever watch that? Where you did you watch that movie? Um American Gangster.
Oh, of course. Classic.
All right. Right. So the parallel is you got the actor playing this role, and we know the script of the movie. He's in a certain trade of business. You got a product. Product's coming. Where's the product coming from? Straight from the source. Correct?
Yes.
The man fly out, go straight from the source. Straight. It's pure. Correct?
Yeah.
That was the thing. Feel me? Nothing got to be done with it. What was the spirit behind the people who was in his line of business and decided they're gonna cut it and stepped on it? Why did they pursue that? From what was the essence of them doing that?
Agreed. Let's stretch it. Let's make more money.
Okay. So we simply just want to tie back in that principle. If something is coming straight from the heavenly realm, straight to you directly from the spirit in the embodiment of the flesh, what's your motive in stepping on it? It's pure already. It's pure. Why are you stepping on it? Why are you stretching it? We want to attack the spirit behind it. It's pure. Just pass it on. Just pass it on in its pure form.
Yeah.
But you're stepping on it. You're stretching it. Careful. Something to be said about being on the right side of history.
It's not good enough.
Come on, man. But yo, man, we just want to talk about a genre, man, that doesn't get its due.
Yes, sir.
We're still hitting them with all things spiritual.
A.T.S.
And that genre is a genre, and probably slighted too from the powers that be. Let's just put that out there, because it's a genre created by young inner city men. So as always, people don't want to give them their due. Just the world we're living.
Yeah.
But that genre is of a certain music. Hip hop, rap, whatever label you want to give it. And we want to look at that genre today. We're still hitting you with A.T.S.
Always.
And let's piggyback whenever you want to come in, fam. We have a generation that, and that's from us too, rhythm and blues, right? R&B. It is what it is. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But R&B specifically, people who, it's an image that goes with it. Your hair is lined up. Your image is clean cut, right? You sing a melody. And they cloaking it in the form of love music, right? For most part, it's R&B. You got your fans. They're like, oh, love R&B. Don't let this go over your head. This is a classic. And then we have this other rugged, you know, a diamond in the rough. The appearance of them is very rugged, you know?
Yep.
You know, not, sometimes it hurt the eyes, rough around the edges. But we peel back all of that and let's get to what's really going on. We see a genre of inner city young men saying, hey, oppression, we're oppressed. Inequality. Gotta do what I gotta do to survive. And they're putting all this melody to it, and they're putting all this artistic art of poetry to it and all that stuff, and melody, you know, melody theme to it. We see them doing this, and one had to ask the question. Search the scriptures. In his time, would Jesus be walking with men in suits, living a lie of deception, sorry to step on your toe? But if you feel someone to step on your toe, it is so. What they're revealing in this song, a lot of times is not their personal lifestyle. Get that into you. So you're singing this love song of yourself and loving a woman, and everybody live that lifestyle. Do you? So we're talking about a spirit of deception. Jesus, you see in scriptures, do you see him walking with a man who's walking in deception? Or do you see him walking with a man who's standing for oppression? Right? Standing up, oh, yo, we're trying to, we're beating back oppressiveness. We're standing up for justice. And we want to live. We want a better lifestyle. Who would you see him walking with? We say all that to say this. My man, Jay, kick that coat that you kick. About the messenger. The cloak.
So, I always say looking at the vessel will make you blind to the message. And as we're talking about the pinnacle, he always looked at men's hearts. And I gotta even say on the flip side, I wouldn't even think that he would just be with the rappers, but he would also be with a couple billionaires, because there are scriptures where he's with men of wealth, you know, just showing that, yo, I'm not just here for this, you know, I'm not here for those that are just broken down and trodden. I'm not here for those that have much, but I'm here for truths and rights, you know, not judging, you know, no partiality, you know. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we wanted to scale back that and let people look at it, because sometimes you can miss it. You know, we're part of that genre and we're listening. And if you want to get a keen ear with things, they are in all the embodiment of their work. They recognize God a lot. for anybody who's a true listener to that genre,
Oh yeah.
God is glorified a lot.
Yes.
A lot.
A lot.
That's facts.
What's the first piece you see around the neck? Just saying. We don't gotta go into it, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So God is glorified a lot in that genre. You know, it's sometimes drowned out by all the other things, you know? But I have an awesome testimony, you know, and the testimony God showed me some time ago, he's everywhere. Omnipresent. You know what I'm saying? He's omnipresent. Um, so yeah, we wanted to give we wanted to give that genre its due. You know, so much various artists over the years have lines. I mean, the most commercial one, you know, because in that genre, metaphor is a big thing. In that genre, metaphor is huge, and if you have an appreciation for metaphor, then you're gonna love that genre. You know, but the most commercial song I can go to is Jesus Walks.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows that. You know, it wasn't much metaphor there, so you'll catch that. But for for the body of that whole genre, you got a lot of people who recognize and glorify God in their work. You know, I've been listening to the genre for eons now. From I can go, you know, this is aging myself, but we remember breakdancing to Curtis Blow.
Mm-hmm.
Get that into you know, and Melly Mel before him. So we've been listening to the genre for a while and grew up on the genre. And it's a genre that it does recognize the Lord. It does recognize the Lord. The Lord is definitely in that genre. So, yes, sir. You know,
I was just about to chime in and just say, I mean, if you don't listen to that genre and hear God, then you ain't listening. I mean, from the pain, from the sweat, from the mud, uh, from the hurt, the struggle, that you know, that is hip hop, you know. And so I do see that parallel along with he that came and hung out with those that were downtrodden, those that um, were from looked at as less esteem, you know. So I definitely see the Pinnacle
e-
hanging out with the
even
EPGs.
even in the names of many of the artists,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you see a symbolicness or a reference to God. You know,
Yeah.
um,
Oh yeah.
it just even in their stage names. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate it for what it is.
Yep.
We appreciate it for what it is, and yeah, I wish we were. I wish my mind was on even a lot of lyrics now to draw back up on
Mm-hmm.
and chop it up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we just wanted to give homage to that and point that out. You know, and hopefully they grow.
Yeah.
Hopefully they grow and understand. You know, but in the metaphors too, I see it as a testimony. And one man testimony is not greater than another man. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So some people's talking first-hand testimony. Some is probably just really fantasy, and
Eyewitness.
and others are relating a story that they know of or are close
Yep.
to. You
Yep.
know, or giving a narrative of the neighborhood or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it's um it's a genre that God has been in for a long while, and a lot of scriptures are in there, a lot of principles are in there.
But
You know,
if you really see, like when I'm going to say late 70s, early 80s, even though I wasn't born late 70s. I mean, just listening, going back, everybody called himself the God. You know,
mm-hmm.
when you think about that, you know, like even certain things derive from that, but everybody, God MC, you know, like highest form, you know, always giving praise talk, you know, like, so you heard it, you know,
Yeah.
you couldn't suppress it. No matter how much you want to, you
Mm-hmm.
can't separate
Well,
God
even
in
re-
that genre.
even recently, you know, um, one of the newer artists is pretty um have a certain fan base. You know, didn't he have a song God's Plan?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. The genre is really heavy. You know what I'm saying?
can't suppress it.
Um, and what I wanted to bring it up for, I thank the Lord now, because now the Spirit started to expand on it, is to embrace that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Got some people who are churchy and they treat them with scourge. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um, don't listen to that kind of music.
Yep.
Careful,
Yep.
careful what you know what I'm saying? They might be kicking more truth than your gospel.
All day.
Just saying,
All
hey,
day.
hey, don't knock a don't knock a book for its cover. Feel me? And
Right.
don't
You
yeah,
remember
don't
that
knock
verse?
that book
You
for its
you
cover.
remember the verse? Hey, if this is from God, be careful who you fighting.
Mm,
You know,
mm.
if it's not, well, but if it is,
Will come to nothing.
come to
Yeah,
nothing.
that acts. Do your homework.
Act. Yeah, do your homework. And
You
look,
know?
what we're going on 40 years strong.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So all this nonsense of like, hey, yeah, they're swearing it and they're this and they're that in it. Um, I don't know. Last I checked, it came for the unrighteous, not the righteous.
That's it.
I don't know. That's the last I checked. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what's written in your book, but I definitely know that's in the black and white of mine. I come for the unrighteous, not the righteous.
not the righteous.
You know what I'm saying? So all this silliness within the organizational stuff, they embrace them.
Yeah.
Embrace them.
Yep.
Rough around the edges, but embrace them.
I've always had conversations like this. I remember being young, teenage, years, always having conversations like this. And I'm like, can't you hear it in the guitar? Can't you hear it? You can hear it in every genre of music.
Yeah, come
They
on, man.
praising the Lord.
Well,
Can't you can't deny it.
well,
You cannot deny.
you know, it depends how deep one is in scriptures or the depth that they read and the depth that the Spirit brings them to. Music soothes the soul.
Of
Those are,
course.
those are from the days of Daniel. And when he
Yeah.
used to go around Saul, was it
David
Saul?
David played the harp
David.
to
When
ease the
David went
spirit of
around him,
Saul.
it says, yeah,
Yeah.
music soothes the soul in black and white. Music soothes the soul. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So that's where that's coming from. That's deep. That's
Yeah.
deep.
Every genre. Every genre. So they put a G on the gospel and it kept it that, but
Mm-hmm.
just look a little further. Look a little further,
Yeah.
but
We
the
have an appreciation.
self-righteousness.
We have an appreciation for the metaphors and how even in the struggle and the whatever they're talking about, you
Yeah.
know, man's just giving you his testimony, and he impute the spirit. You feel me?
Hmm.
A God in it. Whether he's on a corner, whatever he's in, and he'll tell you, yeah, can't leave that boy out, you know, and Jesus take the wheel. Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
Come on, man.
Can't suppress it, bro.
All over, man.
Written.
Jesus take the wheel. You feel me?
Hmm.
Yeah. But it's how they bring the message, but the purity in which they bring it, you know what I'm saying? We have an appreciation for it, and the metaphors. We have an appreciation for it.
And I would say this, man. I mean, if you're a hip hop fan, you're definitely an ATS fan.
Yeah.
Because you got, with the puns, the metaphors, the homilies, you got to dig a little deeper. You
Amen.
know,
Come
it's
on,
not
man.
for everybody.
Even we just told them what the stepped on, man. Come on, man. It's crazy.
Come on, man. Yeah, stepped on.
Uh, you know, God's son just passed. That boy Fred, nice. You know,
Yeah,
and
put me down.
killing them with a metaphor. And
Beast with the pen.
you know, a lot of, again, in the name itself,
Yep.
you know, God's son. You feel me?
Yep.
So the genre is heavy, man. The genre is I don't make any separation is in you one genre have a certain melody,
Yeah.
maybe country, but a man could be singing a country song and it's his representation to God. That's his genre of
Hmm.
choice. Next man can be doing quote unquote gospel. You feel me?
Yep.
But that man body of work that he's doing that he calls it under the genre of hip hop, it's his culture. It's him. It's his
That's it.
body of work unto the Lord. You know. Um, you don't think Jesus' walk was an offering? You don't think God's plan was an offering? You know what I'm saying?
Sense.
Yeah. A line like Jesus take the wheel. Come on, man. These you know, and tons of other stuff. You know, I hear them boys from Buffalo making some strides lately. You know.
Griselda and the boys. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and we can appreciate the artwork.
Yep.
We appreciate the artwork. You know.
You know, I think one thing we haven't touched on though, you know, so many levels, manifold, you know.
Mm.
We haven't even touched on the battle, the competitive part of it. You know, I mean,
The
I
reason why
remember.
I wanna, cause I tell you what, I'm a big fan of Chappelle.
Mhm.
Admire his genre, what he does, and how he brings
The
it.
comedian.
Admire how he brings his genre, very professional, on a different level, and we're very careful because of our platform, because of the platform. I'm very conscious of it, and appreciate a genre without endorsing it. Slight difference. You feel me?
Mhm.
Is you have simple-minded people. I'm like, oh, all of a sudden want to say, you know, you and me know, because we're walking that realm, the accuser of the brethren.
Mhm.
The accuser of the brethren. You feel me?
Mhm.
The accuser of the brethren. So that's why I haul them pull you up because I, I see them lurking, right?
Yeah.
See that? And to take you off your path. You know what I'm saying? So we just pointing out we're not endorsing anything. We're not endorsing anything that you might want to put in people's head. You know, because just how some people see young inner city youths, some people look at that genre in the same way. They fear it. It's evil. It's this. It's that. You feel me? And
Yeah.
they put a label on it. So we just talking about a genre. It's simple.
Yeah.
It's a genre.
Yeah.
Just the
Definitely.
art. Just the artwork. Just the art.
That's it. That's it. Because we
That's it.
know.
We're not endorsing. We're not endorsing anything in the artwork. We're not. We're just talking about the artwork.
So we know as we're talking, we're just talking about one. We're just appreciate what it is. So even in the battle rap, when someone said God, it was over. You know,
Yeah.
God. You know what I'm saying? When they made an anomaly, oh, he went there. He went to the highest. So normally, it would be over from there. But I
Mm-hmm.
definitely understand what you're talking about. But we know there's many folds to this. You
Of
know,
course.
but we just appreciate just the sport, just putting up some shots.
Yes, sir. You know. So yeah. We over the years so much you know, I know Nazir have it in his work. You know, I know Nazir has it in his body of work. Um, Big, Big was crazy. Big went places a lot of people wouldn't go.
Hmm.
You know, with his genre, he went places a lot of people wouldn't go, but he went there. Um, Yeah, so much over the years, man. I don't think any of the top boys I ever heard not paid homage to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I,
Yeah, I
I
agree.
I can't recall anybody who didn't pay homage to the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, to God, I can't, yeah, I can't think of any. Yeah.
Yeah,
So we appreciate it, John. Keep up the
yeah,
good work. And this, I just wanted to recognize them and let them know, hey, you recognize. But more than that, I want to tie in the other people, who, you know, I've actually remember that little place we went to in West Palm, Love, Peace, and Joy.
where did we go to?
The a little church when you had come and went, they would Love, Peace, and Joy.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember.
And I've been at that little place, man, and seen them beating down the genre. Don't listen to
Mm-hmm.
it.
Oh yeah.
Branding it all kind of different names, and it's that kind of music, and or the ignorance. And I'm sitting there, and we're not trying to disturb the little gathering or the ignorance. I'm like, really? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say something, man, that's atrocious. The statement itself is atrocious, but it's probably a factual statement. You can listen a lot of rap songs, and hear God mentioned more than when you go to church on Sundays.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not every song.
Yeah.
All depends who the artist is. You feel me?
Yep.
And if you understand the metaphors and the jargon, you realize who he's talking about, what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Who they're paying homage to. And yeah, get that into you.
Yeah.
That is full loaded statement.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, you can go back. I mean, even in the most lewdest songs, you still hear God. Get that into you. Yeah. So
God is in everything, man, and that's what I can appreciate, man.
that's all we're saying.
You can hear a man. You can hear a man say he's putting in work, but still being remorseful, like the conflictment in the soul.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can hear a man say, "Yo, he was on lockdown," and the conversation he had with the Lord. You can hear a man say he was out
Mm-hmm.
in the conflict of the spirit, the good and the bad in him, on the corner, and no better. But hey, the sin that dwells in me.
Yep.
Romans, do your homework.
Your homework.
So yeah. We appreciate the genre, man. We appreciate the genre.
Sir.
Wanted to give them boys their dues, man.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted to give them boys their dues. Raw and uncut. Yes, sir. Just like that.
Yes, sir. Hip hop at its finest.
Come on, man. Trying to would have probably did this segment better if we'd done a collection of
Songs
quite possible,
verses.
because we can always chop it up and drop some stuff in it. But gotta go get this clearance. It's kind of the world that we live in. Gotta go clearance for that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Drop some stuff on it. And drop and just show people the contrast that we're talking about. But
Yeah.
But don't get it twisted. Now here telling you to go and pick up rap. Don't get it twisted. What we're here telling you is that God is in everything. And don't miss the message because you're paying too much attention to the messenger.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Or how it's being said,
Mm-hmm. Or how it's being said.
Yeah. No correct verbiage, don't have a bow tie on it.
Oh, man.
No Harvard degree on it.
Hey.
Little Section 8 government cheese on it.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a principle, man. From Genesis to Revelation. No applause. Thank him.
Yes, sir. Like him.
It's a principle of the spirit, and a very consistent principle. Little here and a little there. Isaiah, do your homework. Bring your mind back to Isaiah 55. My thoughts are not your thoughts, my ways are not your ways.
As high as the heavens are above the earth.
God never ever send a messenger to fit man's image.
Preach.
Noah, madman. Water from the sky. But in fact, he himself never even see water come from the sky before.
Yep.
He just moved out on faith.
Yep.
Trust the Lord. Right?
Yep.
John. We can
Radical.
go, you know, just,
we can go on and on and on.
But the biggest one, the pinnacle. If you're quoting any example, you can't use the pinnacle, it's probably flawed. So we always use the pinnacle. I always use the pinnacle. And Isaiah 53 talk about it. And they missed him.
Yep.
They missed him. Actually, Isaiah talked just straight truth and say he wasn't even much to look at. All them pictures that you seen of some dude's image and some handsome and somebody looking decent and handsome in the face, that's some man's image in the head.
In your auntie's living room? Yeah. On the kitchen?
Read Isaiah 53 to see what the prophet said.
Yeah.
Certified prophet.
Yep.
Right? He said
it wasn't
really
look at. Yeah.
So who knows what that means?
Yep.
So you tell me how much people think is listening to him. And then when you read the Gospels, you hear them saying, anybody listening to him, everything he said, it refuted. Who are you?
Tall, goofy.
Who you, man? Who you?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, he said, be careful, man, what you discard. The things that you're discarding, careful. No. Careful.
I heard God never conforms. He always transforms, you know? So.
Hey, man, you young boys, continue doing your stuff, man. You don't know who's listening. You might just be there talking, think you're just talking about your hood or talking about an experience. And that's some people, the first time they hear about God, man, it's through your song. The first time they hear about the Lord, it's through your song.
Yep. It's your responsibility.
Get that into you. Feel me? Yeah. Get that into you. Yeah. Young boys, do your thing, man. Do your thing, you know. Keep it balanced, man. Balance scales. Gotta love a balanced scale.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we on, man. And appreciate it for what it is. You know, but that principle, man, sometimes they miss it. They always miss it. God never sends them, never send the messenger in who they expecting to be in their head. My ways not your ways, my thoughts not your thoughts. So they always miss it. They miss Johnny, dog.
They miss that. They miss it all.
Hey, they didn't even recognize Johnny. They disbanded Johnny, that madman living out in the wilderness. Madman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm gonna allow you to put Johnny up on me. Them boys sleep on Johnny, man. But
I was
say about Johnny, man. What that scriptures? What did the Lord say about Johnny, dog?
Yeah, man.
Greatest man born.
I think it's the greatest line that could ever be said.
I know it's your favorite. I know because
I love it.
You rock your spirit a different way. You move your spirit a different way. It's a big statement. It's huge.
Yeah, it's huge because what he's saying is everything that you guys talking about, whoever y'all bigging up is y'all favorites and who's who.
Hey, get this right.
Who to me.
Get this right. We take words written in red very seriously.
Very.
Those are direct quotes. And so, yeah, get that into you.
Yeah, those are gunshots.
So, when it comes straight out of the Pinnacle's mouth, and he says, not no third party, Johnny.
Yep.
Greatest. Man born of woman. Your spirit, yo.
You gotta sit back and
I'm gonna get them boys something, you know. Don't bite it. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit hear it, but your mind is not even fruitful. You wouldn't even know the depth of that statement. You don't even know the depth of it. You can't even appreciate it. You hear it,
swallow it.
You hear it and treat it like it's nothing.
Like it's garbage.
Yeah, no, this a regular, you know, like regular, like it's regular.
Yeah,
State.
yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
huge.
It's huge. It's huge.
John the Baptist, the greatest man born of woman. Now
Mm.
think of all the people born of woman. Get that into you.
Get that into you. And the most important part, it's not what he was saying, it's who was saying it.
Oh, come on, man.
It's who was saying it.
Yeah. But again, the focal point, yeah, they always miss who God sent because
Yep.
it doesn't fit their image.
Image. Yep.
See that
Idolatry.
big image? God been touching them from day one with that image talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you go to the law, even the law says, you know, make no image of me. You know, they always talking about their image, man. Be careful with this image, man.
He,
That
he
image,
knows he
that
knows
image
man's
keep messing you
weakness.
up. Hmm?
He knows man's weakness.
Image keep messing them up, dog.
I gotta see, you know? We're so sense based.
Mm.
And you know, it's so crazy. I've been saying this for the last my mantra, you know,
Mm-hmm.
God doesn't conform, he transforms. So whatever you're thinking, or you know, whatever you have built inside your mind of what
Mm-hmm.
God is and who he ain't, just erase it. Just start over. Because if you see God coming, you know you're lying.
I wanted to touch this is because of the times that we're living in, you know. Whoever's listening to this or whenever and they come across it, could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be years from now. You know, it's 2020 and we in that COVID. And you know, you have all these places all over the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
United States, a whole bunch of people. This, you know, with the principality here is a very braggadocious principality. You know, it's I'm the richest country, richest this, and flaunting riches, flaunting it.
Very arrogant.
Then you have Mexico, you know, known for cartel living and poverty. You have India, known for a whole nother level of poverty, but some wealth is there. OG tell me, you know, a dude tell me once, you know, I knew them from up north. You know, we don't name drop, but just in case, you know, Apple, Big Apple. And he says, money's universal. You know what I'm saying? I said, I hear you. And no matter how poor a place is, you have people there with their things.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I'm saying this to say that. You remember a little man who come feeling himself, orders without clouds? All my life, I followed all the law and fulfilled it, Lord.
Yes, sir.
Feel he's touching
Touching
clouds.
clouds without water.
Ain't nothing. You're following the law. It's good. It's
Yeah.
good. We're not taking that from you. He says,
Mm-hmm.
you got some means though. Don't you got some means? Yeah, you got
Yeah.
some means.
You sitting
More than
on
the
some
average.
papers. Sitting on some papers.
Yeah, more than the rest. He says, help the poor, man. Help the poor. We're gonna touch this in levels. Try to give it justice by the grace of God. If you can heal, if you got the gift of healing, true healers of the Lord know it's a gift from God. Freely you receive, freely you give, right? Nothing to hoard. If you got the gift of the knowledge of the word, freely you receive, freely you give. You know, it's to share it. So that's how it is. In every aspect of the gift from the Spirit, I think there's about 9 of them. It's in the New Testament, somewhere there in Galatians, Ephesians. It's been a while. The gift of the Spirit, I think it's about 9.
Oh yeah, gifts of the fruits of the spirit.
Fruits of the Spirit. We all know it's not for yourself. It's for the body. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that's hands down. JV, very basic stuff. So why is it an issue as soon as people have the stewardship of wealth that they think they should hoard it. Who are you trying to fool? Every other stewardship must be shared. But as soon as stewardship of wealth come your way, it's for you to hoard.
Yep.
There's a proverb. Oh boy, let's peel back the layers on this. And it says, he who has much because he gives little.
Yep.
He who has much because he gives little. Nah. You told God stepped on. You don't feel like you told God stepped on. He told God stepped on. Yeah, he who has much because he gives little.
Yeah.
So he did the law thing, and he came. Follow the law. It's cool. You got some means. I know you got some means. Oh, in case that went over your head too, you've never met this man before. This man's running up to him, and he's just telling the man he has some means. Because who he is. So just in case you missed that, that was another level of testifying to who he is. Just seeing someone, he knows who they are. Like the woman of the well and all that. But anyways, a lot of people didn't even catch that back then. But anyways.
Do your homework.
I'm just breaking the seal on that.
Homework.
Yeah, I'm just breaking the seal on that. That was a little jolt in the nugget in there that just went over there. Yeah. So anyways, he said, yeah, you got some means. He met him on his road. Didn't meet him at his home and his castle. Just met him on the road. It's like everybody said, you got some means. Yeah, I'm a rich man. Okay. Break bread with people. He refused to. So just in case you missed that, he literally, and then you know the famous line that came after that, you know? The eye of the needle and all that stuff.
Yeah, it'd be easier for a man to pass through the eye of the needle than make it into the gates of heaven.
Yeah. Right? Because he'd rather hug his things.
Yep.
Go wherever his allotment takes him more than depart with it. You feel me? Making that choice. And so it is today. It's a spirit. It ain't gone nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we're wrapping it up now. And we're like, yo, India got its portion of rich people.
Mm-hmm.
We all know Mexico has its portion of rich people. I think one of the richest person in the world lived there.
Mm-hmm. I think top 5.
Just saying. We won't even talk about around these ends.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can talk about Europe. Everywhere got people with papers.
Mm-hmm.
And in a time like this, without saying you gotta go, I'm not actually advocating that you're going to give a man this and give a man that. But all these people who you are fans of, you spend your whole life investing in them, they're not investing in you. We're talking about some crazy papers some of these people have. And who you see that's independently just saying, hey man, shit, you know, I'm worth 100 million, I'm worth 50 million, I'm worth billions. That ain't nothing. I'm just gonna take it upon myself and make sure, I'm not talking about go across the sea, right where you're at in your vicinity.
Yep.
Let's make sure these people get food. We're talking pennies. You probably have some of these people buying steaks for their dogs, and steak is short. Filet too, filet. Don't get that twisted. Filet.
Yeah. Make sure it's filet.
You feel me? So we're just trying to reveal. We're just trying to show people what is what. You know, your stupidity and you running them people and following them, and you know what I'm saying. All these people, you know, we're gonna leave you with a clothes on. You know, we're not in no name dropping and all that stuff. The only name we drop around here is the Lord's name. They're not feeling your plight. They've never felt your plight. Feel me? And that's how a man's blessing can become his curse.
Yep.
He doesn't even know it's a stewardship that he has.
Yes.
Feel me? It's a stewardship. Like everything else, it's a stewardship.
Yep.
Paul says this is a stewardship.
Yeah.
Preaching gospel is a stewardship.
Yep.
There ain't nothing more than that. That's all it is. It's a stewardship to share it, to dispense it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Can't take it with you.
Come on, man. You know,
Make sure your character is intact.
yeah, hey, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So government don't gotta do everything, dog. I don't believe in that. You can, you know, you say you're from, and since we're on the genre of hip hop, you say you're from certain ends, help out your ends, dog.
Yep.
Oh, you heavy like that? You're always on social media saying you're heavy, right? Help out. Feed the building. Run it from weeks. I mean, COVID's only been around a couple of months. Pasta is cheap. Sauce is cheap. You feel me?
Yeah.
You have somebody cook and they say, yo, I got it. I got it. You feel me? You know the atrociousness? It's, we on some deep end now. You know the atrociousness of your eyes are blind to that, but you feel the liberty to go into a club and just come like this.
Yep. Toss it all away.
Feel me?
Says a lot about you.
Your hard-earned money, you take it and do all kind of stuff with it, and the man right in front of you, and then you want to come make it. Then you want to come make a song tomorrow. I'm repping my hood. I'm repping my. Really?
Yep.
2 months now, they're starving. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know me, man. We just like to keep it guided. We don't even want to get into nothing heavy, you know? Because before they say we're trying to get political. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But, you know, some of you just always be the same because it is what it is. Because before you take pride in yourself and say, yo, I'm going to take care of my own. Feel me?
Yeah.
You rather them go stand up in a white food line. Feel me? Government giving them out and they, yeah, it's just handle that, dog. That's small things. You're heavy like that. Handle that. You know, we're speaking to the genre.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's handle that. We gotta let your people go to food bank and all that for. You say, yeah, I got this, man. I ain't got it forever. I'm not saying forever.
Rightfully so.
You have to train you $100,000. Some of you, you know, jewels I got on. Stop it.
Stop it. Yep. And brag about it.
Family. You know where your cloud come from? Yo, man, COVID run for 6 months and I held down the hood.
Yeah, there you go. When it's needed.
Held down the hood.
Yeah.
Who held down the hood? Boom, boom. Some man who was heavy. Say, yo, we're not walking down no food bank.
Yeah, we got this.
People walking like this is some 19, whatever. We passed that. We're finished with that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come off my papers. That hood will love it for life. That's how legends are born. Feel me? It ain't nothing. It's easy. Been there, done that. Soft. Yeah. So yeah, but that's what you need to do. That's what you need to come up off. Feel me? A whole bunch of waste man thing and flaunting on social media, and the whole people around you, your cousins, them and your aunts and your whole neighborhood is going off the food bank. For what?
This is when your name should be being cemented in the grace, I guess. Right now, in a time like this, no?
Scripture says, anybody can keep a party and invite the wealthy and the rich and they come.
Yep.
But the parable said the man keep the party and invited some people. Hope I'm quoting the parable right. I'm doing it justice. They didn't come, so he went out and get the strings of them off the street.
Yes, sir.
Around the place. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do. That's what you do. That's how you live. That's how you manifest the scripture, dog. Now's your time to shine.
Yep.
Now's your time to shine. Feel me? Come up off some papers. You got cars in the garage worth more than that. You didn't feel no way for an automobile. You didn't feel no way for whatever.
Yeah.
You're the one saying you're people and you're pro-black and you're pro-this and you're pro. Come off some papers for your people. Let them eat. We're talking about eating. Those are essentials. You have it like that, right? You have it like that. All right. Take care of your people. Take care of your peoples. Mm-hmm. Let me see how much you love them. Let me see if you'll go from, hey, man, before Corona, I was worth $1 billion. Even if it mean after Corona, I'm only worth 500,000. You're not willing. I know you're not. I know you're not. I know you're not. So okay, I'm just playing with you. I know you're not. See, how it's revealed, big boy. Feel me? Yeah. Let me see if you drop a half. Let me see if you drop a half a mil or a mil to feed your own. You're not willing, but you're willing. You're willing to go back. I want 50 mil, 40 mil. Can't take a mil out of that. Still leave it with 39. Yep. You're not willing. I see you.
Well, that
hey,
kind of shows.
Don't think you're better than that man that came up to the Lord. And he says, hey, man, help out the poor amongst you if you want to impress me. I haven't heard from him since.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Haven't heard from him since. PBA out of them.
Still waiting.
Yeah, we haven't heard from him since. Come on, man, what we talking about? And we haven't even touched the people of the cloth yet. Get that into you.
Oh, man. I heard it's cool.
We're going to leave them with a collar on. We're going to leave them with a collar on.
Yeah.
With a collar on, man.
Yep.
Yeah, how much you worth? We're going to leave you with a collar on. We're going to leave you with your collar on. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We want to impress. We're going to leave you with your collar on, man.
Yep.
Yeah. Every Sunday you come and tell the congregation you're heavy. You're independently wealthy. You know how much of them are at the food bank right now? You know how much of them are at the food bank? I see them in Dallas all over the food bank. Ain't no way bigger church more than there in Atlanta.
Yep.
Fucking food line is the longest in Atlanta and Dallas, dog. Feel me? And everybody got private jets.
Yep.
And drive. What they drive? Phantoms.
Rolls-Royce, Bentleys. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all. Hey, truths and rights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can't beat that.
Can't beat it.
And if the spirit got a problem with that, it's your spirit that's not right in you.
Yep. Stepping on toes.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah, we gave homage to the genre.
Needed to do that. Mark, I'm gonna do it more justice one day, but as I say, we don't want to get into the politics and talk about this line, that line, and gotta get clearance from this, clearance from that. We're in some higher liberty. We just want to give homage to the, A.T.S. and let people stop talk down the genre and it make them dudes. Hey, but you remember, just like little church and little man says, hey, I'm just introducing people to the Lord.
Yeah.
How much people you think listen to the genre and quote this person, that person, and so like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the introduction. So, man, unless you're God Himself, man, easy how you talk against a thing. You feel me?
Yeah. Be
like
easy.
The high priest said, and he only knew because he was the high priest and anointed. All high priests were anointed. He said, careful about fighting against this thing. At least you find yourself fighting against the Lord. But if it's not of the Lord, it will come to nothing.
Yep.
Find it in the middle of the book, Acts. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying?
It's the number one genre in the world. So you tell me.
Yeah. So you boys keep doing your thing, man, and drop a little nugget in there every now and then, and sometimes the only time they're gonna hear about it, man. It's the only time. So you never know how the Spirit is using you. You never know how the Spirit is using you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Never know.
Gotcha.
Do your part. Do your
part. I mean, well, that was beautiful, man. Touched some hip hop. Gave us shine some light on on the deeper things of the genre. Gotta love it.
Yeah, but easy. But I want to say this to a group of people. Easy with the begging. Go easy with the begging. Got a whole bunch of football players, dog. A whole bunch of baseball players. A whole bunch of basketball players. A whole bunch of hustlers. A whole bunch of musicians. A whole bunch of actors. A whole bunch of businessmen. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Your mom said, big up moms. Your mom said to you, grateful for bread even though you don't got butter.
Always.
Pay homage to moms.
There's something to be grateful for and everything.
old people used to say we're, we're cut from. If you don't got it inside, nobody outside have to know.
Yes, sir.
Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting on things on your ends. This is your block. That's your corner. That's, you can do better. You don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Got a handout. So you get people respect. You're talking on a higher level. That's how you get people respect. Feel me? They expect you to run to the food banks. They expect you to come with your hands out. Everybody know when you guys hungry. Everybody know when you're hurting. I don't know where you get that mentality from, dog. You need to let it go. You know who I'm talking to. Y'all need to let it go. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know what's going on inside of your house. So you need to let it go. We're all the heavy people. You have no problem going up in magazines saying how heavy you are on TV, on social media every day. It's only been here 2-3 months, dog. What's the problem? The jewels around your neck could have feed them for the whole rest of the year.
Atrocious.
You feed the cars. Come on, what's the problem?
Yep.
What's the problem? Careful. Careful. See that little man came? Lord, 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 Lord. He says, I see you. It's a stewardship, family. It's stewardship. Feel me? What better time now? It's stewardship. So that's a great investment into your own. Feed your people. You got papers and see people hungry and can't feed them and whatever. Come on, man. Take care of your own, man.
Take care of your own.
All this go join food bank line that ain't his, and come on, take care of your own, man. You feel me?
Yep.
So that's how you respect the hood, man. That's how you, corners and hoods and all kind of job and talk. Ain't your crap, Yeah, go to clubs and throw away money. People need it now. Step in. Big man thing. Step up to the plate.
Yep.
We're not talking about going and giving people no money. We're talking about doing something constructive to make sure you have the essentials. Set up something organized to say, yo, I can carry this for a minute. Make it, make a thing. You know what I'm saying? But stop this begging, man. It's unbecoming. I've been, what does it say, man? I've been young and I've been old. Never seen the righteous begging.
Christ is forsaken.
What we're trying to say, man, scripture.
God will provide.
He says, it's in Corinthians, man. He says, he does all things for equality. And that's why I was giving you the India, Mexico, here, Europe, everywhere. Feel me? All that stuff, and got people with heavy in India. Heavy, dog, heavy. Why people gotta be there? The people themselves, they're so close, and they gotta be like, oh, we hungry in the streets, dog. You're sitting on things. Just step up, dog. Yep. The humanity in you, but I hear take grace to no grace.
Take grace to no grace.
So I didn't even expect it from me, because see, some of you don't even have grace. Take grace to no grace. And just step up and like, what we sitting on? We're sitting on billions. Yeah. We carry this for a minute. But some people just they you know what I'm saying? Like, government is just a system, dog. It's just a system.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about man just within themselves, just saying, hey,
ungrateful at the core.
Yeah, let government do what government do, man. If they see themselves to help the people or whatever, man. And that's great. But some of you have it. I'm just talking about the man who's from that place. He's born in India, grew up in India, got rich in India. It's shameful. And then you want to come what? 6 months from now when everything blow off, a year from now when everything blow off, and be flaunting and like, I'm a billionaire in India. And people look at you and think of you something. Not people like me. How you think the Lord look at you? How you think God look at you, man?
Mm-hmm.
People in need. You had overly excess. You heard what the proverb says? And he who has much because he gives little.
Little.
That's a Jewish proverb. They don't talk about it much. There's a reason for that. Low blow. Take that back with you. Cost you nothing. Yeah. They don't talk about that much. It's a Jewish parable. Hey, that's a Jewish parable.
Yep.
They're gonna be looking for me after this. They're gonna be like, "Who that boy? How you knows that?" Yeah, that boy's in the inner tabernacle. They're gonna be like, "We don't even write that inside. That's not even in the books. You got to actually be a part of us to know that." It says, "He who has much because he gives little." You see me? So,
yep.
yeah, we see it from afar, man. We see it from afar. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna leave you with the drawers on. It's not our position to call out nobody and all that. We're not sent here for that, man. You know what I'm saying? We just saying, if you got means, help out your own extend beyond your blood, your little family within the four walls. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. We're talking about real papers and stuff. Yeah. You know, you ravage a whole neighborhood. You ravaged one whole neighborhood. You're sitting on some things. Please feed them. Feed them now. Feel me?
Yep.
It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing, man. Yeah. Love is intimate, man. Love can't love from far.
Get that into you. All right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we're just dropping jewels in there, man, and taking it easy, man, and such is such, you know?
Yeah. I see. You know, what came from the hip hop, the segue. You know, just the many levels to this.
Many levels to it.
Yeah.
Many levels to it. And this ain't no old 70s days, you know, in some people who can't read and write trying to reenact it and follow these.
But I also saw how, what's the number one mantra in hip hop? Give back. So we saw how the hip hop led to, you know what I'm saying? You talked about India, Mexico, and God always has placed people around the globe, you know? Just like
every country has their multimillionaire and a billionaire.
Yeah, everybody has somebody.
They carry on, man.
Yeah. So
it's begging thing.
Yep.
Unbecoming. It's unbecoming. You know what I'm saying? And your wealth is just a stewardship. Sorry to be the bearer of truth. That's all your wealth is. You know what I'm saying? It's a stewardship. But some of you, it's the worst blessing you could have in your life. The worst blessing you could have in your life.
The heavy load.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even discern it as that, and that's the worst. What do you think somebody who has knowledge for? You think the knowledge is for them? It's a stewardship.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Freely you receive, freely you should give. Yeah. What do you think the prophet knows something for? You think the prophet knows something to hoard it? He knows to tell it. You know what I'm saying? So why is it when it comes to this paper thing, everybody just think, oh, this is for me? Nah. Not necessary, dog.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're at with that, you know, and we're not coming off it. And we just wanted to touch the whole thing about, you know, this ain't no, stop following these wayward spirit, man. Most of them were rats from the 70s and all that, you know, and you pop some big chunk of short stuff and you stand up over there in some fur coat chewing out. No, we're talking about feeding people. Structured, have it structured, you know, buy things, cook it. Everybody package it. They get a meal, a breakfast, everybody eating. They have the nutrients in their body. That's what we're talking about. Those are small things, man. Those are small things. Small things. The jewels around your neck, it's probably more than that. You know, fleet of cars is more than that. Those are small things. Pasta, cheap. Sauce, cheap. Rice, cheap. Beans, cheap. You know how good you'll feel about yourself? Instead of sitting on top of your stuff and your little, you know, being a little jerk off, running some stuff, flossing in your crib and doing some foolishness. And when you look down there, your whole neighborhood standing up in the food line. Really? That makes sense to you? Your whole neighborhood that you repping, standing up in the food line. That makes sense to you? Okay, cheers. Whatever.
We'll drink to that.
We don't drink with them, man. We don't drink or eat with them. We might bring the word to them, or we don't eat and drink with them. Cut from a different cloth. Yeah, we gotta tackle something else too, but we're gonna leave it for another episode.
Yes, sir.
A lot of these boys think that they, oh, man, we're just gonna leave this to the subway to walk in the next. A lot of these boys thinking that they're sitting in the seat of Judas. They're not. They're not. They couldn't tie the shoelace of Judas. This boy, at least he was remorseful. We're gonna leave on that one. Too much. We're gonna leave on that one. At least he was remorseful.
Get that into you.
You all now do stuff and try to gain fame off it.
Wow.
Stuff that man used to hang themselves from, now you want to turn heroes out of. That spirit, we don't eat or drink with you. We out on that one. They can catch the next one for that.
Hey, well, that's another episode of A.T.S.
Yeah.
We gave you some hip hop trivia, gave you with the give back, and a lot of jewels, a lot of nuggets hitting you upside down your head. So you know what that means.
Take off your shoes.
You're standing on holy ground.
Filthy bastards.
Yes, sir. Till next time.
One.
Yep. Oh. Yeah. I cut that off.